Good evening. Tonight, I invite you to leave behind the noise of the modern world and step with me into another time. Close your eyes and imagine the earth beneath your feet. The path is narrow, soft with mud and grass, winding slowly through the countryside. The air is heavy with scents, damp soil, fresh hay, and smoke rising from chimneys far ahead. Somewhere nearby, a dog barks lazily, and you hear the faint clanging of a hammer on iron. You walk forward, and the outline of a village appears. Thatched roofs, wooden fences, small homes with shutters closed against the wind, a world from centuries ago, still alive in the imagination. This is the Middle Ages, a time of hardship, but also of quiet beauty. A time when life moved slowly, in rhythm with the land and the seasons. Tonight, we will walk through this forgotten world together. The village is small, perhaps 30 homes. Each one is made of timber, mud, and straw. The roofs sag slightly under years of rain, patched again and again by careful hands. Smoke rises from chimneys. Chickens wander freely across the path, scratching for food. Children chase one another, their laughter mixing with the sharp cries of crows circling overhead. A blacksmith works at his forge. The sound of hammer against metal is steady, like a heartbeat. Sparks leap into the dim air. The smell of hot iron and ash clings to your clothes as you pass. At the well, women gather water. Their buckets are heavy, their voices soft as they share news of the day. The fragrance of herbs, thyme, sage, lavender, lingers on their clothes, carried from the gardens where they grow. An old man sits on a bench at the edge of the road. His beard is long and gray, his eyes tired yet kind. He nods slowly as you pass, as though welcoming you into the life of his people. This village is bound by necessity. Every person has a role. Every hand is needed. Together, they survive. Life here follows the rhythm of the seasons. At dawn, farmers rise with the sun. They carry wooden tools, their hands rough with calluses. The fields stretch outward in long strips, divided among families. In spring, seeds are planted. In summer, weeds are pulled. In autumn, the harvest must be gathered before the rains destroy it. Winter is the season of survival, when stored grain and salted meat decide who lives and who dies. Food is simple. Bread, dark and heavy, is the heart of every meal. Porridge fills hungry stomachs. Cheese, made from goat or cow milk, is salted to last. Meat is rare, reserved for feasts or the wealthy. Most meals are flavored with garlic, onions, or herbs gathered from the wild. At midday, the workers pause. They sit together in the shade, drinking watered ale. Their talk is of weather, of crops, of animals. These simple things are matters of life and death. Evenings are slower. Families gather by the fire. The hearth glows softly, and shadows flicker on the walls. Stories are told of saints and miracles, of spirits that wander forests at night, of monsters that no one dares to name aloud. Children listen with wide eyes, fear and wonder mixing as the flames crackle. Every day's work, every day is survival. Yet there is dignity in this rhythm, a quiet strength that binds the village together. At the center of the village stands the church. Its walls are of stone, cold and gray, yet to the people it is the heart of life. The church bell rings each morning. Its sound carries across the fields, calling everyone to prayer, to work, to order. Faith is not a choice here, it is survival. Inside, candles flicker against stone walls. The air is heavy with incense, with the scent of wax and wood. The priest speaks in Latin, a language few understand, But the people bow their heads, they cross themselves, they whisper prayers for rain, for health, for mercy. Religion touches every moment of life. Birth is blessed, marriage is sanctified, death is mourned with prayer. Even the fields are sprinkled with holy water before planting. In times of famine or plague, the church offers hope, even when food and medicine cannot. Faith here is not distant. It is close, woven into each breath, each decision, each fear. But life is not safe. Beyond the edge of the village, forests stretch wide and deep. Wolves prowl at night. Bandits hide in the trees, waiting for travelers. Even within the village, danger lurks. Fire spreads quickly through thatched roofs. Illness comes suddenly, with fever and weakness. Plague does not knock. It enters uninvited and leaves silence in its wake. The people know fear. They whisper of witches in the woods. They hang charms of iron and wood above their doors. They mark crosses on their walls, hoping to keep evil away. Death is never far. A child may not survive the winter. A farmer may fall in the fields and never rise again. Life is fragile, and everyone knows it. Yet they endure, because there is no other choice. Not all work is in the fields. Some hands are skilled in other trades. The blacksmith with his forge shapes metal into plows, knives, and nails. Without him, the village cannot work. His hammer is as vital as the farmer's plow. The carpenter builds carts and repairs homes. His tools are simple: axe, saw, plane, but his craft is steady. The miller grinds grain into flour, the rhythm of his wheel turning day and night. The baker kneads heavy dough, shaping loaves that feed the village. Every craft is needed, every tool is precious. In a world with little, nothing can be wasted. Though life is harsh, there is also joy. On feast days, the village gathers together. Tables are set outdoors, covered with bread, cheese, ale, and sometimes meat. Music rises from pipes and drums. Laughter fills the air. Children dance. Men wrestle for sport. Women sing old songs, their voices carrying across the fields. For a moment, hardship is forgotten. The fire burns bright. Stories are told of heroes, of battles long ago, of saints who gave their lives. These moments of celebration remind the people why they endure. The rhythm of life is written in the seasons. Spring brings hope. Fields are planted, lambs are born, the world awakens. Summer is labor. Long days in the fields, sweat and exhaustion. The earth heavy with growth. Autumn is urgency. Crops must be gathered, stored, protected. Winter is silence. Firewood burns low. Nights are long. Hunger waits at every door. Nature rules this world. The people respect it, fear it, depend on it. Beyond the village, lords and kings fight their battles. Sometimes the echoes reach even here. A messenger rides through, carrying news of war. Taxes are demanded, men are taken to fight. The village must give grain, livestock, or coin, though little can be spared. War is far away, yet it touches everyone. Families wait for sons who may never return. Fields are left empty. Tools lie unused. Fear spreads faster than fire. The sound of distant drums, the sight of armed riders, these are reminders that peace is fragile. The day ends, the sun sets, painting the sky in red and gold. Shadows grow long, and the village becomes quiet. The blacksmith closes his forge. Farmers put away their tools. Children are called indoors. Smoke rises softly from chimneys, carrying the smell of soup and bread. Inside the homes, families sit close to the fire. The flames glow against rough wooden walls. The air is filled with warmth, with laughter, with quiet voices sharing stories. Outside, the stars appear. The moon rises above the fields. A dog barks once, then falls silent. The night is deep, but peaceful. You stand at the edge of the village. You take one last breath of the cool night air. You hear the crackle of fires, the soft murmur of voices, the slow rhythm of a world long gone. And then gently you step back into the present. The Middle Ages fade, but their echo remains, quiet, simple, eternal,